Sportsnet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas. It's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Man, thank you guys for being here. Today is Monday, November 24th, 2025, and this is episode number 1009 of this little raggedy ass show. Welcome in, everybody. We almost didn't have this. I don't know how it is on your side of town, but things got a little dicey here for a bit. Not terrible, but it enough to fuck with the internet. And I was like, well, of course. I had to go through the router and here's what I've determined. We have had so many power outages. Yeah, Jen said shocked that you have power. I know, me too. I was stunned. But we've had so many outages. We've had so much shit like break. I've had to replace we lost a TV. I had to replace a controller board and a pump on my washing machine. Our outside fridge got fried before. So it's just been fun living here. Especially trying to do a show from this little place. Tornado went right behind us again. Damn, Jen, I'm glad you're okay. So yeah, it was a little crazy. Nothing major. Part of the hiccup was the router, but I think that AT&T had a few issues, although I'm not 100% on that. I did shut everything down just in case. So that might be part of the problem why the router wasn't cooperating when I rebooted it. So you never know, but good news is we're doing it and doing it well. And hopefully at some point, JennyIsMom is going to join me on the show today. I have texted her and told her what the deal was. Hold on, if you can make it cool. If not, no worries. Because she was going to be here. But here we are. I'm only here for Jenny. Well, I hate you, Tony. Man, Perry, I bet. Perry said driving this truck was pretty shitty today. Dude, I bet. God, that had to suck. Heartthrob, what's up, homie? I got a call from my kids and grandpa that a tornado was at least spotted near the hotel I stayed at over the weekend off 290 and 249 in Loretto. It got kind of wild in Greenway Plaza. Tornado warning in Spring today. Well, there you go. Let's see. Hey, what up, man? What up, Chris? Good to see you. Yeah, so it got, let's see, shocked to have power. Afternoon, friends. Okay. Yeah, it got a little dicey. It got a little crazy, but we got the internet back. We're good to go. So we can do a show today, which was, not what I was expecting when I started getting warnings and emails and shit like that. So that's the good news. We got a show today and we will have a show tomorrow. But then your boy is taking the rest of the week off, get some stuff done around the house before family comes over, and then kind of just enjoy the holidays a little bit. You know what I mean? So I got some vacation days left. Jen doesn't allow me to roll them over, so I have to use them or lose them. So unfortunately, my vacation days are unpaid. But nonetheless, I will be taking off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this. I mean, I already take off Friday, but Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So we'll see you guys on Monday. And don't forget, next Monday, December 1st, it is our 6th annual Roast of My Face for charity. Anybody and everybody can participate. $5 a joke. Doing a little bit different this year. Instead of just being able to roast me, you guys can also enter if you want to be roasted. All you got to do is email Jen. There it is on your screen, and she will get get you all squared away, and you'll be part of the roast. And people can pay to roast me, and so that's just like standard $5 a joke, and then I read every joke, no matter what. I read it on air. And I don't clap back. So you just get free roasting, or free reign to roast, and with no repercussions. But if anybody enters, I know Total Dallas is in. So if anybody else is in, you can also pay to roast them. So you can spend $5 and roast me with a joke, spend another $5 and roast Total Dallas with a joke. And that would be a contribution of $10 towards our charity. Our charity this year, we were doing Camp Hope the last couple years. But this year, as I've told some of you guys, with the government shutdown and everybody losing SNAP benefits, food banks around the country are just overwhelmed and taxed. And so instead of donating to Camp Hope, again, a veterans charity, we're going to donate the money to the Houston Food Bank instead, which I think will go a long way and do a lot of good. Last year, we raised $1,000. So I'd love to match that this year. Will we? I have no idea. Doesn't matter. I don't give a shit if we raise $100 or $1,000 or $1 million. The fact that we're doing it and we're going to raise some money is a good thing. So there you go. And also you can pay, instead of the $5, you can pay $10, and I will roast whoever's in for 30 seconds straight. So just 30 seconds of heat, just giving them the business for 30 straight seconds. That'll be right now, Total Dallas. Jen, have you had anybody else enter? Have you had anybody else tell you they want to be roasted? If not, that's fine. If you guys are scared, you're ugly and you don't want me to, talk shit about you, that's fine. But yes, I'm looking forward to that. This is one of my favorite events all year. Sorry, let me turn this on real quick. One of my favorite events all year. There we go. Much better. Oh, snap. Pachi Poo said he's about to throw his mug in the race. I dig it, Pachi. Good on you, brother. Thank you for participating. Hardtop says, also sorry, Jen, for the belt to ass this weekend. I tried to tell you. What up, Michael? Good to see you, pimp. Good to see you, sir. So don't forget, Monday, December 1st, the 6th annual Roast of My Face for charity. Be here. Send your jokes in. No roasting early for free. You will be banned until after the roast, and you won't be able to participate in the roast. So no freebies. It's all for charity. It's all in good fun. My feelings don't get hurt. Hopefully yours won't either. All right, cool. All right, let's get to it. We got a lot of shit to do. Hopefully JennyIsMom can join us. If not, all good. Because we got plenty to discuss, including a little bit about her University of Houston Cougars basketball team. Wah, 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 wah. They have fallen in the ranks. They were started the season at 1, then fell to 2. Now Arizona has leapfrogged them, and they are now at 3 in the country. And again, these rankings really don't matter. Once you get to March Madness, that's what matters, being a number 1 seed and all that. But it's good to have, it gives you a little bit of pride and a little something. But Arizona's been on fire as of late, as has Purdue. So Arizona making some waves and is now the number 2 men's basketball team, college men's basketball team in the country. If you look at schedules, here's part of the reason why, right? So Purdue has wins over Bama, who was 8, and Texas Tech, who was 15. And that Texas Tech game, that Bama game was 87-80. That Tech game, 86-56, not even close. Arizona started the season by beating Florida, who was number 3 in the country, and then have reeled off back-to-back wins over ranked opponents, including UCLA and then UConn, who was number 3 at the time. So you beat the number 3 team in the country twice and the number 15 team in a span of 5 games, and you go undefeated. That'll get you the number 2 seed. U of H, nothing to be upset about. They've beat Auburn, but that's the only ranked team so far that they've beat. Now, coming up in a couple games on the schedule, November 25th, they got Tennessee, who's 17. But they just, right now, they don't have a ton of ranked opponents on their schedule. So if these other teams, are beating ranked teams like that, it's going to happen. In fact, Purdue has Iowa State December 6th and then Auburn on the 20th. But that's the only 2 ranked teams they have coming up and then after that, it's January 20th for the next one. Arizona, on the other hand, oh boy. Arizona's kind of got a gauntlet of a schedule early. They're going to be battle tested because coming up, they've got University of Denver and Norfolk, their next 2 games. But then they have Auburn and Alabama back-to-back. Auburn ranked 21 right now. Alabama ranked 8. So, again, if they can survive that, that means they would have, well, let's see, they'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They'll be 9-0 and have been out of those 9 games, 5 against ranked opponents that they beat. 3 of those ranked opponents in the top 10. 1 in the top 15, 1 is number 21. So that's a damn good resume. I don't care who you are. Now, U of H gets into it at the end. They got ISU and Arizona back-to-back games in February. So that'll be a nice little March tune-up as well. So that is the most college football I have ever talked in my entire life, including radio and this show. I'll never let it happen again. That was excruciating. Not only that, it's because, U of H sucks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring in your... She knew what I was doing. Every Monday, it's my favorite part of this show. It's the one guest that I have locked in, and when she can make it or when I can make it, we get to link up and do this. And it's a lot of fun for me as a guy who does this stuff for a living. When you get to involve family, and not just family, but somebody who has supported you and encouraged you your entire life to do this shit, it's always a treat to be able to include her in this. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further adu, please help me welcome the greatest mother in the world. She's absolutely better than yours. Ladies and gentlemen, JennyIsMom, everybody.
You could lose your Christmas present if you diss the Cougars. I'm just saying.
Really? Even after that speech I gave about how I love you and I look forward to this, and you've been one of the most important people in my life, and really?
Yeah.
I can lose my present.
It can go in a flash.
Chances are I'm going to lose it anyways. You got 8,000 goddamn grandkids, so I'm probably...
God, isn't that the truth? I was just sitting here today thinking, oh my Lord, Christmas is already here.
Yep.
I can't believe it.
It is just around the corner.
What everybody wants.
Donna had asked me anything about anything. We can pay to roast other deckheads, right? Only if they have agreed to be in the roast, like Jen said. So, like, Total Dallas is the only one that I know of that is already signed up. He emailed Jen and said, I'm in, put me in the roast. So right now you'd be able to roast me and you'd be able to roast Total Dallas. Potch said, where was it? About to put my mug in the race right there. So then you'll have Potch that you can also roast. So that's, so you can send in the $10 and then I will roast them for 30 seconds. And you can do it as many times as you want. So, you pay $20, I'll roast them for a minute. Now, let's not get crazy. I'm good, but I'm not good to be like, do 30 minutes. I mean, I'd love to have that money, but I'm going to need a break in between or some shit. So, yeah, but it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. So, Potch said, by the way, once they get into Big 12 play, they will have some real games. Indeed. And that's where the test will come in for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. They played a lot of easy teams.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it's good. They've got a lot of freshmen too, so I think they're just trying to kind of ease them into college ball. And
It's good seasoning. It's good seasoning, you know? I'll explain what seasoning is later, Mom. You're a white woman. You have no idea about seasoning. But...
Oh, no, I do not. Am I? Oh, I am white. That's right. Okay.
Wait, what? You forgot? What's up, Cisco? Good to see you, brother.
Go.
Huh?
The memory's starting to go. So.
It really is. Hey, by the way, I want to say shout out to Keith Sager, who's here now. I didn't get to this last week, but I was going to mention it. But it's just perfect because you're here and he's here, and what better way to do this? Jen said Barry, because I said you don't know about seasoning. I want to say shout out and much love to Keith Sager. He was here last week on Monday. He saw JennyIsMom put the call out. She was hoping one of her grandkids, I think it's number 74. Gavin. He's 38 years old. And
He's not.
she's got grandkids that have great grandkids. That's how old everybody is. And it's no. So
I do have grandkids that have kids. But, yeah.
Gavin is 14, you said?
It
doesn't matter. He's a big basketball fan. He plays basketball.
There, yeah.
He's tall, right? 6'4" or some shit like that.
Well, I think he's almost 6'4", yeah.
At like 14 or 15.
Basketball.
Crazy.
Their new house, they put in a basketball goal and court. So
yeah, so he's a huge Kevin Durant fan, and Mom put out the call. Does anybody that went to the game, one of the home games this past weekend, did anybody get an extra Kevin Durant bobblehead? She was going to pay $400 for it.
I was not. 50.
Who's telling this story?
Well, tell it right.
Okay, well, she offered up $50 because that's what she has divvied up for each grandkid. Every Christmas, she goes into debt and has to fight out of it for 11 months, only to go back into it again, buying presents for all these grandkids. But she has put out the call, and nobody had a bobblehead. But I gotta say, man, shout out to my guy Keith Sager. He hit me up on the Discord, and he said, "Hey, I don't have a bobblehead, but I have these 3 Kevin Durant basketball cards." And he described them a little bit. He sent me photos. He said she could have one or two of these if she wants. He said, I don't know what she would want, but you can give her the option. So I sent them to Jenny. She was like, hell, I don't know. I don't know shit about this. But we got it settled and worked out. And so Keith Sager is and he won't take any money. I offered it. I know. I offered it. I said it, and he won't take it. So I got to figure out how to get him paid a different way. Maybe I'll just do sexual favors for him. But it's better than you having to do it, Mom.
Well, thank you, Keith.
So, yeah, Keith Sager has donated 2 Kevin Durant basketball cards for Gavin's Christmas. Mm-hmm.
And they're good ones too. So he'll be thrilled about that.
Yeah. So very cool, Keith.
I keep looking.
Thank you again.
I keep looking on Facebook Marketplace and places like that, and the cheapest bobblehead I could find is $100 to $110. So,
yeah, I told you weren't going to get one for $50.
People were selling them like crazy as soon as they got them.
That's what they do. They go, they get it, and then they put it on the black market. It's a whole thing. It's gross.
Didn't I give you all the bobbleheads that I got when I was a rowdy?
For the most part, yes, you did.
I think I did. I gave you the Elijah one.
I definitely have that one out there. I think that's the Elijah one right there where my finger is pointing, and then you can't see the other ones here. But yeah.
Yeah, I got a Yao one. I don't know. I had a bunch of them. I still got a bunch of Rocket paraphernalia. So
yeah,
anyway,
yes, you do.
But I really appreciate it, Keith. He's going to be thrilled about that. So
yes.
Nothing else. At least he'll get.
Donna
some,
said, what
good
type of
cards.
bobblehead does he want? Any Rocket? No, he's a diehard, huge Kevin Durant fan. So that was what she was
It's got
looking
to be
for.
Durant.
Was a Kevin Durant bobblehead.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So, but
And
Keith,
they're
you're the
going
man,
into
dude.
premium.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Keith. That's amazing for
Yes,
you to do
Keith,
that.
thank
That's
you.
what I love about this community. I was telling her, I just did over text when I told her about what Keith was doing. We are so blessed to be a part of this community and have you guys. And I think you guys are blessed to have each other because y'all help each other out a lot as well. So this is a really
I
cool
know.
thing, man. You guys never cease to amaze me how you step up and are selfless when it comes to things.
I just couldn't believe it. But thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Walt said, so that's the rare card you texted me about that are worth $10K a piece. No, Walt, you liar.
10K.
You're such a
Well, then
liar.
I'm not giving them to the grandkid.
Donna said, does the team matter? No, I think it's really more Kevin Durant. I think he's a Rockets fan, but I think he'd be thrilled to have any kind of Kevin Durant bobblehead.
Well,
but-
he's been following Durant when he was at Phoenix, when he was at Oklahoma, where was the other place? The
Golden State.
the Golden State. He just follows him from team to team, and then he got here to the Rockets.
So is
did
that how
just
he
go to
is?
the team.
Wherever Durant goes, that's his favorite team. He's
That's
a
his favorite
bandwagoner.
team.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
We got to do something about that. That's
Well,
not.
he's the play. I mean, he.
I
just
don't
loves
give a
the
shit.
player.
This is the same thing, Derek. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Derek's my brother-in-law, and he's like that. He's not Derek. Taylor's man.
Oh, Josh.
Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
He's a huge LeBron fan.
Yeah,
So wherever LeBron plays,
LeBron.
wherever LeBron plays, that's his new favorite team. I'm like, man, that's not okay. You have to pick you can't just take like the GOAT or somebody close to it like Durant and then be like, well, wherever they go, that's my team, because they're always going to win and be successful. I feel like as a sports fan, you're not a real fan unless you've suffered. You have to have suffered,
And I've suffered
with your
with the
team.
Rockets.
Oh yeah, we all have. So like I know like Cece's a big Spurs fan and they were down for a while, and Jen's a Cleveland sports fan, so you talk about suffering. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I know. Maybe the
I
Browns
mean-
are ever going to get it together.
But I feel like you have, we have Cowboy fans in here that have been suffering since the 90s. You have to have suffered, like really suffered to be, Jen said, been suffering all my life. All my life I had to fight. Yeah, to me, that's part of the fandom, because when they win, it means that much more.
Oh, absolutely.
I've
I've been a Rocket fan since they came here from San Diego.
Yeah.
That's how old I am.
Jesus. Well, you were there when Naismith invented the game, so that was cool.
Hey,
Perry.
that was the 1800s. Watch it.
Well, okay, so I'm like 2 years off. Perry said, suffering Saints fan here. Oh, yeah, you know about suffering.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Hey, yo, Amos, thank you for resubscribing for 30 months, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, look, that's part of it. You know what I mean? Like, Michael's a Colorado sports fan. Now, the Nuggets have been really good for a while now. The Broncos are turning it around. But, there's always the Rockies.
Look what the Colts are doing all of a sudden.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as far as suffering, Michael's a diehard Broncos fan, had to go through 10 years, no playoffs. Yes, so there you go. Heartthrob's a Dolphins fan. This is what I'm talking about. So tell Josh next time you see him, he's a wuss. He's a wuss.
Hey,
and a
he
front
has
runner.
LeBron's picture as a tattoo on his arm.
Wait a minute. He had another man's face tattooed on his arm.
That is a diehard LeBron fan.
Well,
Just saying,
that's
don't
kind of
say
gay,
anything ugly.
actually. I'm just going to
Just
come
saying.
out and say it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he's not, so that he knows of. I guess he's gay for LeBron. I don't know. Like, it's just like, that's...
He loves LeBron. That's for sure.
That's B. Hannon said, I'd turn 39 tomorrow. I'm getting up there. That's not old, B. Hannon. Jesus. Oh, yeah, 39. I'm so old.
Golly,
Get out of here.
Remember 39.
I know. That shit. I wish I was turning 39 again. Shut up. Okay. But I mean, like, you know, everybody has suffered. I don't give a shit who you are. If you were a Yankees fan, if you're it doesn't matter. Every team has had prolonged years where they suck.
Astro fans.
That's it.
Oh my God.
That's what makes it so sweet. And I'll tell you, Cisco, thank you for the 15 biddies, homie. Much appreciated. He said, I'm a Wizards fan, but only the year Jordan played there. You jackass. Oh, we got a hype train going too. Look at that. We got a little hype train. All right. Appreciate you guys. So the thing is this though, like, watch out, Mom. Watch out. Duh. Oh shit. Did that scare you?
Almost got me.
It did.
Yeah, it scared me.
The one of the things is, I was thinking about this. God, I don't know. Sometime last week, I think I was mowing the yard or whatever, and I was thinking about I was driving home from a gig, and I was thinking about the Aggies, and I was like, man, if they win a national title,
oh my Lord.
Not only will I be ecstatic, but I will also be sad because my dad, God rest his soul, was the biggest Aggie fan. I mean, that's why I'm an Aggie fan, because he was. And so we would go to the rent house, or we would drive. I mean, I'm at 5 years old, 6 years old, listening to Aggie games on a Saturday, because no one chooses to be an Aggie fan. You either live there or,
I was an Aggie fan before I met him. I was an Aggie fan in high school because I dated an Aggie.
Well, there you go. No one chooses to be an Aggie fan. You either come by it, you know, through blood or whatever, or you went there. But nobody's like, you know what? I'm going to pick that team because they always let people down. You just don't choose.
But you know what?
So,
you know what made me an Aggie fan?
Hold on real quick, because I just want to finish this point. Because so I would be ecstatic, but it's going to make me sad also that he wasn't here to see this team that he loved more than, I mean, he gave up on the Texans. He gave up on the Astros. Any team that did anything dumb, he was just like, I ain't never watching them again. And he was that kind of guy where he just wouldn't. But he loved the Aggies, man. And if they win a title, it's going to suck, but it's going to be cool. I wish he would have been here to see it. It would have, I know. He would have died a happier man. I'll tell you that. Huh?
Our fingers crossed.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, I remember listening to Dave South on the radio. Yeah. I got to meet him when Joel and I, our first show we ever did was out at A&M. It was a test. We didn't know it, but it was like a test run, and he was out there, and so we got to meet Dave South briefly. So that was kind of cool as a kid growing up listening to him and the Aggies, and then doing radio from the same booth that he did. Pretty cool little thing, you know.
What I was going to say is when I became an Aggie fan was when I dated an Aggie, and I went to the first football game, and I had never seen anything like that. Yeah. The spirit and you have to, of course, Aggie fans know you have to be there to experience that. And went to the bonfire. It was unbelievable. And I learned all the fight songs. I still know all the fight songs.
That's crazy. I didn't even do that. I will say I was lucky. My Laura, my half sister, went to and graduated from A&M, and she did me a solid. She invited me up to sit with her in the student section at a game. It's the only Aggie game I've ever been to. No, I think I went. No, I only did the one. Well, no, maybe I did too. I don't remember the second one, but I just remember like a picture from it. But I remember the first time it was such a thrill for me, because it was just, it'd be like growing up a Yankees fan, but living down here and then getting to go see a game at Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? It was just, it was very cool to get to experience that. I'll probably never go to another Aggie game live, but at least I got to go to one.
Can't
So
get
that
a
was really
ticket.
cool. Yeah. Huh? What'd you say?
I said you probably can't get a ticket.
Well,
for
hell
one
no,
thing.
not anymore. So Michael said, wait, so you're an Aggie fan or Cougars fan? I'm confused here. I thought you were all Houston. No. I mean, I root for U of H. But in basketball in particular, football, I could take it or leave it, especially since I'm an Aggie fan. But I am always going to root for and put on for Houston, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't care
yeah.
what team it is. If they're playing somebody else, I'm rooting for that team from Houston. But I'm a diehard Aggie fan, and I don't give a fuck if U of H wins a national title in football. I will still and always be an Aggie fan. That's just how, this is how I grew up. It's why I didn't follow the Oilers to Tennessee. I was an Oilers fan, but I'm a Houston fan.
I agree with you. I would have never followed them to Tennessee.
And we have Titan Hugo in the chat, and he did. He followed him over there, and he's a diehard Titans fan. And I respect it at least.
Right.
That was his team. But I'm like, now you got to move to Nashville, bro, because
No, don't go to Nashville.
sorry. Amos said, Jenny, did Barry ever dress up as a Yale leader for Halloween? No, but I did dress up as a cheerleader. So there's
He dressed
that.
up like a cheerleader, but not as a Yale leader.
Yeah, I would dress up like a cheerleader just randomly. It wouldn't even be Halloween. I would dress up like a cheerleader.
I have that picture of you dressed up in the cheerleading outfit?
I don't know. You probably do somewhere.
Sure I do. I'll have to dig that up.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I may have put it in your scrapbook I made for you, but it was so cute. You had your little pom-poms, your little skirt,
Yeah. I was a pretty sexy cheerleader. I'm not gonna lie. Cisco said you're also a fan of bank robbers, which is a fact.
They just won't let me live that down either, will they?
Nope. Nope. Once the stories are out, you can't unring the bell, Mom. You can't unring the bell.
I forget this is the internet.
It's a great story, though. It's a great story.
I share things with them, and then I remember it's.
Oh
out there
no, I'm the same way. There's some shit that they just will never let me live down.
No.
Hey, what up, Joe Pro? Good to see you, man. And by the way, thank y'all for the hype train. Got the level 1, 35%, 1 sub, and 65 bits. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you all very much. Like one time on the radio, I was going to work, and I usually stop at like Subway or Chick-fil-A to get something to eat, and then I'd go. So I was getting out of the car, and I put my drink up on the car so I could get my backpack out. And when I went to get my drink, I was like, "Gah!" And I pulled my back, and I was down on my back for like 3 weeks, and I told them what happened, and they never, to this day, they won't let me live it down. They're just like, oh, yeah, you're so out of shape. You pulled your back muscle getting your drink off the car. It's like, kiss my ass, okay?
I can relate to that back stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, look at Joe Pro, soft pork corn. That's hilarious. One time on the radio, we were talking about porn. I don't remember what it was, but instead of saying soft core porn, I said soft poor corn. And for fuck's sake, and Nick made it a drop, and then he would just randomly play it. We'd be doing something, you just hear me in the background be like, soft poor corn. What? Why? It was a mistake.
Oh my God, that's why I love this show so much. Well, I can't stick around long today because I have a coupon for a
Lubies?
No, for a dinner at Texas Roadhouse, and I promised Paul we would go tonight.
Dinner? It's 4:00.
I know, but if you get in there before 5, you get the twilight. I mean the early bird steak thing. Whatever.
Fucking old. That is the oldest shit ever. You'll be at home and in bed by 8.
No, I'm a night owl. I know. What are you talking about? I've texted you at 12:30 at night, and you're still up.
I know. Well, I got it from you. You, all right? I learned it by watching you. I was telling Jerry Wayne we were on the road. I was like, man, because he was like, yeah, are you a night owl? I was like, yeah, I won't be. He wanted to get up and leave at 6 a.m. And we both had our own cars. I was like, I'll see you. I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm a night owl, bro. I remember back shit. like 13 years old, you and I would stay up till 2 in the morning drinking coffee.
I know.
That's when I started drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes at 13.
You can set your watch by Paul.
Oh, really?
At 10 o'clock on the dot, I get a good night kiss.
He's going to bed 10 o'clock, no matter what.
Yeah.
Well,
it doesn't matter whether it's Friday night, Saturday night, middle of the week. It doesn't matter. And then he's up at 5:30 or 6. So I'm moseying out of bed about 8.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's Nora, but she, bless her heart, she has to get up early, but I tell you what, 8:30 rolls around, she's in bed. I'm like, what? Of course, she gets up at 4:30, so.
I couldn't go to sleep at 8:30
I try. Usually what I end up having to do.
I go to bed by 10:30, that's really something.
I have to do like 3 shots of NyQuil at 6 p.m. if I'm going to be in bed by 8:30. Yeah. Dre said people can cheer for whoever they want to cheer for. Don't worry about others' fandom. No, I still don't like them. Fuck them people. Jen said I'm in bed by 9. Kiss my ass. Well, we established last week on this show, Mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, Jen is actually.
She doesn't text me after 9.
She's just Aunt Esther from the Sanford and Son reincarnated. That's all it is. So she's just. We established that last week. She's an old Esther, old Aunt Esther. So.
Oh, Aunt Esther. Oh my God, I remember Aunt Esther. What a great character that was.
The best. All right. Well, I know you got to go because you got to eat. So I love you.
Gotta eat my steak dinner.
Go get your little Lubies and your AARP discount. And
not Lubies. It's Texas Roadhouse.
What are you going to get? Do you know?
Steak. It's
you're going to get a steak?
Yeah. If you
don't forget your teeth.
My teeth. I have all my teeth. What are you talking about? You're just jealous because I have good teeth.
That's true. You do have good teeth. You have fantastic teeth.
That's right.
Yes.
Never had a cavity.
No.
That's right.
She always has to bring it up. All right. All right, Mother. I love you to death. Thanks for being here.
I love you too, honey. Bye, Dad Cat. Hey, you Dad Cats, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And Keith, thank you again. I love you all, and I will see you next Monday.
There you go. That is Jenny's mom. Well, Mom, it's the roast of my face. I don't know that what have you on
Monday?
Yeah, the roast of my face is on Monday, so I don't know that I'm gonna have a guest because it's strictly dedicated to the roast. So we're gonna try to raise.
I'll see everybody in the chat.
Last year we raised $1,000. I told them I would love to do that again, but if we don't, I don't care. Yeah. So just as long as we raise some money for the food bank, that's what we're donating it to, is the Houston Food Bank. So, yep. All right. I love you, Mom. There you go. Jenny's mom joins us every Monday right here on Barry on Deck. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna sleep that early, but this is mostly because the baby will be up by 4:30 or 5. Oh yeah. Yep. Put that on the list of reasons I don't want to have kids. Jesus. Let's see. My dad does the same shit. He's 81. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. All right. So, by the way, Dave, PP Dubs, you can kiss my ass. I saw this. I saw it. Dubs said, don't worry about that. No way they win a championship. No way. No way. Okay. He's like, but they will hang a banner. I hate you so much, Dubs. I hate you so much. How's Arch Manning working out for you? Huh? How's that going? How's that looking? Huh? All right. Let's see here. We've got a lot to discuss. Including something from my boy Chris that we're going to get to in a little bit. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago. Chris from Next Court Agency. They're on the lookout for some athletes, and so we'll discuss that a little bit. And if you know somebody that might foot the bill or fit the bill, I should say, then hopefully you can pass the information along. But in the meantime, I do want to get to our headlines. I don't have photos, but we do have headlines, so let's do that. Come on! All right, here's your sports headlines for the day. Dylan Gabriel cleared to play. Good to go. But, not so fast, my friend. To quote the great Sunshine Scooter, I don't have a pencil, but Shedeur Sanders will stay the Browns QB1. If you are unaware, maybe you live under a rock or, I don't know, smoke crack or whatever. Sanders made his NFL, not debut, but his first NFL start was yesterday, and he looked good. He had a good game. Now, granted, it was the Raiders. The Raiders sucked. They fired Chip Kelly after the game because their offense is inept. But Shedeur Sanders gets his first NFL start, and it's a win, 24-10 versus the Raiders. And let's see, looking at the box score, not super sexy, 11 of 20 for 209 yards. One titty, one empty. Had an 87.3 rating. But you know what? That's what you would, I mean, that's a good line for a rookie. I talked about it last week on the show when he got in the game last weekend and people were dogging him and saying he played like dog shit and all that. And it's like, look, man, he's still a rookie. I know there's a hype around him and it's really media driven hype more than anything. But he's a 5th round pick. How many people do you know that would expect greatness from a 5th round quarterback in their first start or first appearance? Not many. Yeah, that's right, Dubs. The curse of Al Davis. So he carries a ton of expectations with him, and he's got his detractors and his haters, and the expectations partly because of his dad, partly because of the way he hypes shit up and, in school. And, he had those expectations. So, but what you have to keep in mind when it comes to a guy like Shedeur Sanders, he's still young. He's still a rookie. Is he going to be brash? Is he going to be cocky when things go well and defensive and deflective when they don't? Yes. But, he's still young. He's still a rookie. So, I mean, I don't wish any ill will on him. But he had a good game. There was a funny video of Miles Garrett, on the sidelines watching this really long throw that Shedeur Sanders had to Isaiah Bond. And beautiful throw. Great throw. On the run, dropped it in the basket, man. And put the biscuit in the basket. Just dropped it in there.
Into the dumbest dad joke in the world, Craig.
Donna, did you get suckered into a dad joke? I know Miles Sanders, not the same. Miles Garrett, Shedeur Sanders, it's all. So Donna has timed out Total Dallas, which means I am going to have to mosey on over to YouTube to do the timeout. Where the hell did I go? Oh, it was here. What the heck? There we go. So, let me get over there now to Total Dallas because...
Bye, Felicia. Bye, have a great time.
He's been timed out.
Fuck out of here, you fucking accuser!
Get out. Well, see you later.
Get out of here.
He's over there on Total Dallas. He's on YouTube going, no!
See you later, fucker!
There you go. He has been timed out. We'll see you in 10 minutes, Total Dallas. Yes, cross-platform timeouts are a thing now. We kind of actually made it a thing last week, just as a one-off, but yeah, whatever. Sure, why not? Uriel said, bye, Total Denver. That's so funny. And he thought I wouldn't. All right, so let's get back to it. So Shedeur Sanders makes his debut, will be QB1 going forward. If I recall, I mean, Dylan Gabriel wasn't. He's not. Let me pull up his stats real quick. Yeah, 937 yards is game log. So Gabriel's first game, 3 attempts. That don't matter. His first real game, his first start, 19 of 33 for 190 yards, 2 titties, no inties. Not bad. Not bad. He's the problem for him statistically. He's completing 59% of his passes, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but he's just not. They're not winning. First of all, they have 1 win that he's been a part of. And so, when you get a guy like Shedeur who comes in, gets a start, gets a win, it's not great. It's not a great look. So we'll see how it goes, though. It's the Browns. They're going to fuck this up. Just give them a chance, okay? Donna said he's on YouTube. I've been watching for it, Mr. Pro. Yeah, he's going to be coming back to Twitch soon, he says. Total Dallas, that is. So be on the lookout for that. All right, your other headline. The Blazers' Chauncey Billups pleads not guilty in the poker case that got him arrested. The ones with the mafia ties. Portland Trail Blazer coach and basketball Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups pleads not guilty on Monday to charges he profited from rigged poker games involving several mafia figures and at least one other former NBA player. He was arraigned in federal court in New York on money laundering conspiracy and wire fraud conspiracy charges, both of which carry a maximum punishment of 20 years in prison. Both are federal, and if he gets both, you got to do the time. There's no early release from federal time. So if he gets 40 years, he's doing 40 years. But I mean, the judge may give him 10 for each and he would do 20. And then it's like, well, is it going to be at the same time or, is it going to be concurrent or so we'll see. Some of Billups' co-defendants are also charged with running an illegal gambling business and engaging in an extortion conspiracy. Says Billups wore a dark gray suit Monday and spoke only to answer the judge's yes or no questions. There's a long way to go on this. That's the thing. There's a long, long, long way to go. Amos, I kind of thought the same thing at first, but then I was like, I don't know. Amos said, oh, Chauncey about to snitch. He ain't going to jail. Yeah, I thought he was going to sing too. But I don't know. I mean, no, Tony, there's no lifetime bans. It's 10 minutes at a time. But it's going to be interesting, though, how he does this. Because you've got that fork in the road if you're Chauncey Billups. You got to make a choice. Do you say not guilty and fight it to prove your innocence? And then if it doesn't go well, you're screwed. Or do you snitch and, to quote the great philosopher Ice Cube, sing like a jaybird? I don't know. Because if you do that, you get probation, you get whatever, probably not doing any significant or real jail time. And, with this administration, I think Billups' best strategy is to wait it out, is to try to prolong this until there's another administration in office. Because it's like, man, They're on a witch hunt. They're looking for shit like this. More so than just the normal course of law enforcement. It feels like they want to prove the point and, you know, get a win and stuff like that. So I don't know. If I'm him, I'm trying to drag this out as long as possible. I don't know. We'll see. And who knows? Maybe he can get Trump to give him a pardon. Trump will pretty much pardon anybody. So maybe he can get a pardon in there as well. But not looking good for him. Oh, he definitely won't be back in the NBA again. He's year done. Year done. Man, I really want that sound bite. Damn it. Where is it? Oh, is this? Oh no. No, these are just random Tourette sounds. I want her ear done. So, do y'all remember a guy? Man, this was so many years ago. But there used to be a guy called Tourette's guy. Yeah. Chris said for life, never ever getting another opportunity. It probably from basketball globally, duh. But I don't think he would want to go anywhere else or do anything other than the NBA at this point. But I think at this point, he'd probably, if you were to say, look, what if you don't go to jail or do any significant jail time, but you're banned from the NBA for life? He'd probably take that. Or you can claim your innocence and fight for it, and if you prove it, you might be able to come back. Because look, this is a country where innocent until proven guilty, right? He has not been found guilty of anything yet. Oh my God, you do remember Potch. He's not been found guilty of anything yet. But, you know, we are the court of public opinion. And so I don't know that the NBA, unless there's got to be a ton of really just undeniable proof that he wasn't involved. Not hearsay, not got off on a technicality. It's got to be like, oh yeah, this was all a ruse and made up by people and he wasn't involved. And it's got to be pretty clear cut for him to even have the opportunity, just because it will look so bad. So, yes, Alex Villanueva, you are first. Congratulations. Well done. Welcome in. Oh my God, you do remember that, Potch. Let's see. Tourette's guy. Oh, found it. He used to wear a damn neck brace, and I don't know why. Oh my God. There we go. Let me see. What is this? Oh man. Best of Tourette's Guy Part 4. No. Let's see. Oh, we could do this one. All right, we're going to play a little bit of Tourette's Guy. Nora will be angry. She gets mad at me when I do the "you're done." Fuck you, Hunter. She gets so angry. That's not that. Stop it. I'm like, I'm not making fun of her. She does it. She's the one that posts the videos. Well, that's not. I'm like, well, you know what? That's not my fault. You're done. Here we go. All right, done. Okay, here is Tourette's guy. Here's Tourette's guy. I just Googled this by, or I sorted this by most popular. Oh, the hiccups one was hilarious. And yeah, that phone call one was too. But here we go. Here's the best. And for those of you that don't remember it, here's the best of Tourette's guy. Jeez. Yo, this dude. You guys can't hear it? Fuck. Why isn't it playing? God damn it. Let me try this again. Let me see. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on.
Can you do me a big favor?
There we go.
My son brought home some cases of pickles from the cannery. I was wondering if I could store them at your place.
What? Why? Well, how many cases you talking about?
It's about 30 cases.
30 cases of pickles? You want me to put in... Well, I don't know. My house is going to smell like pickles.
I don't give a shit! Shit! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Damn it! Holy shit! I gotta go! Some squirrel's fucking my tomato! Shit! He played Data on Star Trek.
Oh, yeah. Man, I wonder what he's doing down there.
He's probably getting fucked in the ass!
He didn't do the Bob Saget. Oh, I gotta find the Bob Saget one because that was one of his curse words. He would just yell Bob Saget for no reason. But also, he would use some, like, this is how many years old? He would use words we don't use today. Like the F word, the gay slur. We don't use that word. Nobody would make this video and then use that word. They would be canceled immediately. But God, this was so funny back then. It was just, it was like, I don't know. It was so new, and just look up Tourette's guy on your own time, because I don't want to get a lot of inappropriate words played. I forgot how vulgar it was. I mean, I knew it was vulgar, but that's, too funny. So yeah, that was Tourette's guy. For those of you that don't know, just Google it. Look at his YouTube. You'll enjoy it. It's pretty funny. All right. Let me, I told you guys about Chris. As you guys know, we had Chris from the Next Court Agency on. We talked some basketball. We talked about what his that Next Court Agency is all about, helping ball players get some opportunities overseas. And it's a big deal. It's important. And especially for guys, not everybody gets to go to the NBA. Not everybody gets that opportunity. This gives guys a chance to continue to chase their dreams and play basketball and be a part of professional basketball in some capacity. So he asked if I would help spread the word, and I said, of course. So he sent me this info, and they are looking for it. And so I'm doing this because I'm hoping you guys may know somebody. And I've got some other people that I'm going to pass this along to as well, including my boy Joe Blank. But yeah, this was something cool there. So they're seeking, or they're looking for college and pro basketball players for international opportunities in the Philippines. So it says that they are actively recruiting both college and pro players for exclusive international playing opportunities. Selected athletes will be invited to attend private workouts hosted by the agency itself. All you got to do is just reach out to Chris. It's chris.nextcourtagency@gmail.com or give him a call, 305-703-7718. 305-703-7718. It's a really cool deal, and it's a really cool opportunity. And trust me when I tell you this, as a guy in the entertainment business, I would love for an agency to be like, hey, man, we're looking for comics that want to go overseas and tour and do shows and get paid. All you got to do is just email us or call, and if we like you, we'll bring you. I mean, what a cool deal for just to have an open call like this for basketball players. So I know we've got some folks in this chat for sure, and people that watch that are either involved in coaching or in leagues and stuff like that. So keep an eye out. And maybe you've got a family member, maybe you've got a friend, and some of you may be coaching some of these folks. So just give a call to Chris or email him, chris.nextcourtagency@gmail.com. Great dude. I highly vouch for him. Salt of the earth man. So I have no problem in suggesting that you guys link up with Chris and the Next Court Agency. So there you go. All right. My wife works in a building with our district athletic director. Well, please pass that along. And I can send you the info, man. Just hit me up. I will send you that slide. And yeah, that'll be great. Barry, where's the longest you traveled for a show? Good question. Maybe you have a 6'4" great nephew. He's 14. He's not ready for the Philippines yet. That's 15. Yes, please share. I appreciate that, Total Dallas. That's why he asked me to do it. That was in a time when comics could lump all the disabilities together, and now I'm not sure if I can even say disability. Yes, you can. So B-Handed hadn't asked me anything about anything. What is the longest you've traveled for a show? I don't know. It would have to be, well, it just depends. Driving or flying, like distance wise or time wise. Because I've driven to Chicago and it took 2 days because I stayed overnight in Springfield, Missouri, because I wasn't about to make that drive in a single day, and then drove back, and that took 2 days. So 4 days on the road for 2 days in Chicago. But I've also performed in Minneapolis, St. Paul, performed in LA, Portland, Oregon. So yeah, all over. I haven't done a lot of East Coast. Mostly, I think the furthest east I've gone, I'm trying to think. Gosh. Might be Memphis, maybe. Actually, just did some shows with Chris in Schererville, Indiana. So that that's not the furthest. What? I can't remember now. But I've been mostly the South, the Midwest, and the West Coast. Just because, like, getting out east, it's very condensed, so it's almost like a whole thing in and of itself, and it's crazy to try to even get out there sometimes. No, I performed in Florida, Captain Pope. So that's what I was trying to think. Man, I don't know. I'd have to look at a map. But I think the furthest would probably be like Portland from a distance perspective from Houston. And then drive time wise, I drove to Chicago. And Mark said it's only 16 hours. No, it was further than that. And you got to remember, I can't just drive up and go straight to the stage. That's crazy talk. And plus, I wasn't headlining that show, so I wasn't about to fly because you don't make no money doing that shit. But yeah, I ended up stopping at another club. This club called the Blue Room, and did a set there. I was just going to bounce in and do like a little guest set, and they ended up having me host the whole show. I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll do it. Very 60 locations that understand tornado jokes. That's funny. Don't know what you're taking. It's a 16-hour drive. Done it a lot, Mark says. Well, Mark's our Chicago guy. Yeah, well, I did it in 2 days. It's like 7 hours just to get out of Texas from Houston. If you're going to El Paso, it's like 11 and a half. It's like 10 or 11 hours to El Paso. Just to El Paso from here. Yeah, so pretty crazy, some of the drives that it takes. That's the only thing that sucks about living in Houston is it really narrows. If I'm not headlining, it really narrows, like trying to break into a new club. Like I drove to New Mexico and then to Phoenix. And then that was crazy. But that's the gig. You know that going in. You know what you signed up for, you know. You done that drive too. Texas is fucking, yeah. Yep. Hard thought about to ask me anything about anything. Any shot of a third hour before we all take off for holidays? Yeah, that was the plan. I was going to do a third hour tomorrow. So 2 hours today, and we'll do a private hour tomorrow. So we will get a private hour in to wish you well and send you on your way. And Captain Pope, thank you for the 200 bits, man. Much love, pimpin'. Much love. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. 6 hours is a day, in a day is too much solo. That the longest truckers are allowed to drive is like 12. Oh, wow. So 11 hours? Yeah. So my limit for driving is around 15 or 16. And any more than that, and I'm flying. So that's also why the East Coast is one of those things, because to get into an East Coast club, you have to feature. And then it's like, well, there's not a lot of money in featuring. So then I would have to set up a route, like a mini tour, so that I could do some gigs along the way to get out there. It's just a whole mess. I just need to get my social numbers up so I ain't got to worry about the shit. Yeah, see, look, AJB, there you go. He said he volunteers at a church league in Cypher Katy. Always looking to reach new kids. Total analysis is driving limit is 4. What are you, an old man? Mark said 16 hours alone, no way. With someone to keep me company, no problem. Yeah, no. Most of these drives are solo. Most of these drives are 15, 16 hours in the car by myself. That's the life. That's the biz. That's the biz, baby. All right. I wanted to, let's go over some of these NFL injuries from yesterday, since I have this here and up. Athletic always does a good job of kind of doing an injury roundup, but footballguys.com has a really good one as well, and that's the one I use. So here you go. Baker Mayfield has an injury to his left non-throwing shoulder, and they're not sure when he's going to return. It says initially it looked like it might try to play through it, and ended up being a sprain is what they said. So we shall see. Mayfield is believed to have an AC joint sprain, assuming Mayfield has a minor sprain that greatly improves his chances to play in week 13. And he's a tough dude. Baker will play through a lot of shit, so we'll just have to wait and see. But if you're a Bucs fan like our guy Alec, man, that's not good. Especially the fact that the Bucs are scuffling right now. Alvin Kamara has a MCL sprain. They're projecting a week 17 return. So, well, there goes the Saints' chances of making the playoffs. I couldn't even finish it. Oh, boy. Yeah, so fantasy implications for sure. As far as the season goes, Speaking of fantasy implications, wide receiver T. Higgins had a concussion, projecting a week 14 return. Ashton Genty projecting a week 14 return. I think I said week 4 for Higgins. It's week 14. Same thing for Ashton Genty with an ankle injury. Michael Mayer, also of the Las Vegas Losers, with an ankle injury, projected week 14 return there. Here's some other injury updates for you. Aaron Rodgers had a wrist injury. CJ Stroud with his concussion should be back. Jackson Dart with a concussion. Boy, I tell you what, Isaiah Pacheco didn't play for the Chiefs, but they didn't need him. Kareem Hunt went off. Speaking of going off, I was so pissed. So pissed. I got into the DraftKings, the DraftKings that Jen does every week, and I came in 5th, which is just despicable because there's only 4 of us. No, I'm just kidding. I think there was 6, maybe. But, Damian Pierce signed with the Chiefs. I'll be damned. I was so mad because I had originally done a team and then I changed it. My original team, and I screenshot it because I was going back and forth, was Caleb Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Williams with the Cowboys, Metcalf with the Steelers, Smith with the Eagles, Watson with Green Bay, Travis Kelce, Brees Hall, who fumbled. He didn't have a good game, and the Browns defense. And that's not the lineup I went with. I went with a different lineup that sucked ass. I had Chris Olave, Brees Hall, Kenneth Walker III, Smith and Wilson, and Johnson and McBride. So angry. So angry. I should have gone with my gut. And what I did is I went and used some of those daily fantasy DraftKings helper tools, and it changed the whole lineup. Should have just went with my gut. It's never failed me. Okay, it's failed me a lot, but that's not the point. But damn it, man. So pissed about that. But congrats to who won that? I got to go look it up, but yeah. So let's talk a little college foosball before we get out of here. Shut up, Total Dallas. He said, thank you for the donation. Oh, you won it? Jerk. Ugh, you jerk. By the way, a little non-sports for you because I just got a Netflix reminder in my inbox for the Kevin Hart, his new special that's dropped today, as a matter of fact. Nora and I have been watching this show called Animal Kingdom. It's been really good so far. So if you're looking for something to watch, highly recommend it. It's like a gangster, like a modern day coming of age gangster movie. Pretty good. But not in your typical sense that you might think. But I've enjoyed it so far, and so has she. So if you're looking for something to watch, give Animal Kingdom a shot. Pretty good show. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Shout out Fart Sharara. There's another name he'll never live down. I don't even know where that came from. I don't even remember the context of why I called him Fart Sharara. Poor guy. Anytime people bring up his name, they call him Fart Sharara. And that's not okay, people. It's not okay. Coogum. Now I sound like the mailman from Cleveland. All right. Let's get into some college foosball. Well, first and foremost, Lane Kiffin is going to decide what he's going to do after the Egg Bowl. So that'll be interesting. I think that LSU is working on like $90 million offer. Florida will probably do 100. And I just got to tell you, I think all of these teams are stupid. Lane Kiffin is not worth $90 to $100 million plus the buyout, whatever. Well, not plus, but including whatever that buyout would be once you get sick of his shit. He's not worth that. Is he a good coach? Yeah. Is he a good college coach? Sure. He has kept Ole Miss relevant for years now. But he has his flaws. And, he's not, you're not getting Nick Saban. You know what I mean? You're not, man, especially if you're the LSU Tigers, what you just went through with Brian Kelly, and now you want to go and give him $90 million? It just makes no sense, man. I would think that some of these schools would learn after watching the Jimbo Fishers of the world and the Brian Kellys of the world. I would think that a lot of these schools would be like, look, we want to pay you, but no. You have to have, and those guys had skins on the wall. So I don't know. Hey, what up, Hanshu? Daddy's home. So it just seems like an awful lot of money for a guy that's probably going to flame out in 7 or 8 years. Lane Kiffin doesn't seem like a long-term solution anywhere. How long has he been at Ole Miss? Let's see. Kiffin's about to publicly declare where he'll work next season. Might be LSU, might be Florida, or it might be Ole Miss. Well, he's definitely using it as leverage, and I don't blame him. It'll come following the game, and he's loving this attention. I was trying to see how long. Ole Miss is having its greatest season in more than 60 years. Can't. Well, I don't see it now. But I don't know that. I just don't think it's worth it. But these schools have money, and I guess they have the money to burn. LSU should go after one of Coach O's assistants. Most schools just want to make the playoff every year. Yeah, no, I disagree. You got to follow the NIL pools. No, I get that. I know why he's doing it. I'm not suggesting that Lane Kiffin shouldn't get all the money. I know why he's doing it. I don't understand why these schools are doing it. That's the thing. I mean, especially when, I don't know, he's not really done anything yet. What has he done? What has he done? Shoot, that's funny. I'm not going to read that out loud, but that's funny. He's been good, but he hasn't won 4 natties out of 6 or anything like that. I mean, he's not built a program like Saban did, He's not done what Kirby Smart has done at Georgia. If he had, then I'd be like, yeah, give him the money. Let's see. What is 2025 college football highest paid coaches? We know that Mike Elko got a raise. So Kirby Smart's making 13.3. I'll just round up 13.3 million a year with Georgia. Ryan Day's making 12.5. Lincoln Riley is third on this list, making 11.5 million in USC. Dabo Sweeney's fourth. Kurt Signetti is fifth, earning it. Steve Sarkisian sixth, not earning it. Dan Lanning is 7. He's probably earning it. Kalen DeBoer is 8. That's just been such an up and down, and I'm not talking like a little bit. It's been boo, 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 boo. And then Brian Kelly was 9 on that list at $10.175 million a year. So I don't know what the full offer is. But let's see let me see if I can find out. What is LSU going to offer Lane Kiffin? 7-year contract worth around $90 million to $98 million for 7 years. Where'd my calculator go? Okay, that's weird. I have no calculator on this. Oh, there it is. So 90 divided by 7 is $12.85 million a year. If he gets that, that would make him second behind Kirby Smart. He would be making more than Ryan Day, Dabo Sweeney. Yeah, it just. And Dabo, I get it. Clemson's down, but Dabo has skins. Lane does not. And LSU just went through this with Brian Kelly. So good luck. And if it's 98, then that's even bigger. 98 divided by 7 is $14 million. That would make him the highest paid coach in college football. Doesn't make any sense. Mike Elko's 5th now. But yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's just silly. Captain Pope, thank you for the 300 biddies. Much appreciation. And also for the 100 bits, man. Much love to you. MP Sosa said, what's up? What's up, man? Good to see you, Mr. Sosa. Lane hasn't stayed anywhere long enough to build a championship. Exactly. Lane is the perfect fit for the clown show with the governor, though. Captain Pope said, I think people forget Lane is a dick. Burned bridges and left unceremoniously from the Raiders, USC, and Tennessee. Oh, 100%. He's cocky. He's brash. He's an asshole. But he wins. Kinda. So, I don't know. We'll see. Captain Pope sent in 300 bits. And said, where Hill is sitting in for Jeremy on the radio station. Is he still active in Houston media, or is this just a random throwback appearance? Thank you for the 300 bits. I think it's just, I mean, he's still active in Houston media. He's certainly still active. He was doing the CityNet podcast, but they shut that down. But he still does some radio, or still does some TV stuff, I know. So I think he just opened like some center. He was the host and MC. So yeah, there's all kind of ways to stay active, you know. But Rahil's always going to be active, and I'm glad to see him there. That's really cool. Good for him. Captain Pope said, "LOL, he's won what exactly?" Well, let's see. Coaching, let's see. College football coaching records last 5 years. Leaders and wins. Ryan Day has a high career winning percentage. Kirby Smart among the leaders in total wins. James Franklin has a high number of total wins. Dabo Sweeney. Lane Kiffin has a strong record. Where's the numbers at? I don't need no damn opinion. Here we go. Football coaching records. This is at ncaa.org. Well, this is not what I wanted. Not by a long shot. Every career record. No, I just want college football coaching records since 2020. Oh, here's a list. Will this have their winning percentage? Sure does. Let's sort by win percentage. Well, this is interesting. Let me share this. I want you guys to see this. This is interesting. Let's see. There you go. So Ryan Day has his first season was 2019. He's winning 89% of his games as Ryan Day. So that's pretty good. That'll get it done. Kurt Signetti is second on the list, winning 87.2% of his games, but he's been at Indiana since 2024. Day has been at Ohio State since 2019. Dan Lanning's been in Oregon since 2022, winning 86% of his games. Kirby Smart's winning 85. Bob Chesney out of James Madison was winning almost 80%. John Summerall, 78. Caleb DeBoer winning 78%. Doesn't feel like it, but it is. Dabo Sweeney winning 78% at Clemson. Marcus Freeman's been with Notre Dame since 2022, 77%. Lincoln Riley actually winning 77% out of USC. I mean, Mike Elko winning 71%. Obviously having a huge year. Lane Kiffin is winning 68% of his games since 2020. That's not good. James Franklin won 68.1. I mean, like, Rhett Lashley at SMU has a higher winning percentage. Like Elko, Sharon Moore with Michigan in his 2 years is winning more. Jason Eck, Jerry Mack, Josh Heupel with Tennessee is winning more consistently. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you were going to go after a guy that seems to, do well longevity-wise, maybe it's time for Dabo to go somewhere else. Maybe it's, and I don't know if he would or wouldn't, but I mean, I don't know. There's some names on this list that you look at and go, I think I'd rather have them. I think I'd rather have Dan Lanning. I think I'd rather have, not Caleb DeBoer, Dabo Sweeney, Marcus Freeman. I think I'd rather take a shot with one of those guys. Alec, we talked about it earlier, buddy. Good to see you, homie. Barry, you see Art Browse? Yes, Art Browse got a coaching job. He got it at, was it New Mexico? Art Browse. Division II, Eastern New Mexico. Yeah. Art Browse gets a coaching job in Division II, Eastern New Mexico. Some people are going to say, I mean, hasn't he paid his dues? Hasn't he, been punished enough? No. No, he hasn't. This is a man who turned a blind eye to sexual assault. No, I don't think he should ever get another job in coaching again. That's my personal opinion. But now he'll be at Eastern New Mexico. And once you're back in, well, you start winning and people forget all about that you were the spawn of fucking Satan. So, good job, Eastern New Mexico, you dumbasses. It's disgusting. It really is. It's icky. It's icky. It's gross. I don't know. All right, there you go. That done. Got that done. Yes, done. Hey, what up, Big Stout? Am I late? No, you're good. We're done. Captain Pope said, yeah, and Franklin got fired. I think Franklin's going to do good out at West Virginia. He needs to be somewhere where there's not as much of an expectation. Alex said, no, leave Dan Lanning alone. All you do is bitch about him and the Ducks. All you do is bitch about the Ducks. Yeah, Vatek. I'm sorry, I said West Virginia. I thought it was, yeah, I knew it was one of the Virginias. Hanshu said he won the hearts of all the yoga instructors and horny moms of Mississippi. That is hilarious. Yeah, B. Hannon, that is true. He also does fury fighting. play-by-play. Does Raheel. Yes, indeed. That's so funny. Captain Bub's like, what has he won? The hearts and minds of yoga instructors and horny moms in Mississippi is a fantastic answer. Alex says sad times in Tampa. I don't think you need to fire Todd Bowles, man. I really don't. Look, the thing that people forget, you're only going to be as good as your quarterback and probably your pass rush in the NFL and your line play. And you can only do so much. Excuse me. They've struggled, but Alec, you know this. I don't need to tell you. There's been some pretty significant injuries too. It happens. It happens. It doesn't mean Todd Bowles forgot how to coach. He's a damn good defensive coach. Well, I should say he's a damn good head coach. I bitch about my QB and offensive coordinator. Well. Kiffin is 115. What up, RBD Blue Devils? RBD Blue Devils on YouTube said Kiffin is 115 and 53 in college. He is still going to get paid for who he is, not what he has done. Yeah, but okay. Are you justifying making him the highest paid head coach in college football? For 115 and 53? Okay. If they want to spend that money, great. But you're spending it for a guy who, one, jumps ship every chance he gets, and two, doesn't have a track record of winning natties or winning conference championships. Nothing. He just wins until he doesn't. But, I mean, I guess you got to hire somebody. I just think LSU is one of the premier jobs in the country. And I get that Kiffin has been doing a great job. But I just gave you a long list of coaches with better winning percentages than him that have far more disadvantages as far as recruiting. So, yeah, RBD said, yeah, I'm not paying it. I'd rather buy some players. Exactly. Well, all right. We got a lot in today. We got a whole lot into this little show. We packed a lot in here. To answer your question, B. Hannon, yes, we are doing a show tomorrow. I talked about the schedule for the rest of the week earlier in the program. But you are correct. Well, you're not correct. Heck but yeah. Yes, we are having a show tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bat channel, 3 to 5 right here on Twitch and YouTube. For those of you that are new or newer and don't have it all down. But that will be the last show for the week. So tomorrow we're going to do our standard 2-hour show, and then I'm going to do a private hour for you guys for the Patreon members. So if you're a member of Patreon supporting the show, you will get that private hour of tomfoolery and fun. And then we'll call it a Thanksgiving week. I'm going to take off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Enjoy the vacay because Jen won't let me roll it over. So since she doesn't let me roll it over, I don't have a choice. I have to take it. Yeah, so tomorrow's last show of Hanshu says Shadura was robbed. Of what? Of what? He's the starter. Dylan Gabriel is healthy and they named him QB1. We did get it in today. Yes, we did. Despite all of the problems, we did get it in. Draft pick. Oh, no. I don't see. I disagree. We talked about it at the time. I didn't even think he should have been drafted, honestly. So how did he get robbed? He got drafted. I didn't think he should have been drafted. That doesn't mean he's not going to be great. Doesn't mean he's not going to be good. And also, one game does not make a career. It was the fucking Raiders. They're awful. Awful. So, yeah, Hanshu said I'm a buff, I'm biased. Well, let's calm down. We're one game in. The league's going to figure him out real quick. So, yeah, Hugo said Cam Ward looked good finally yesterday. Well, we're going to get into all the NFL now that Monday Night Football's here. So we'll get into much more NFL talk tomorrow to wrap up the week. And we'll have some other stuff as well. Of course, we'll have some fun and tomfoolery abound. But that's it. That's the show for today. I'm going to make my lovely wife, some soup. She's feeling under the weather. So go take care of her. Watch me some Monday Night Foosball. By the way, let's see if you want to wager on it. Where's the old spreadsheet? Gambling. There we go. Tonight. Let's see. Spread is, if it hasn't updated, the spread is 7. Both myself and the spreadsheet took Carolina and the points. Over-under is 49.5. I took the under, so did the spreadsheet. And we'll go over all the results from the Laminator 5000 tomorrow, how it did, how I did, and all that. We'll get into that tomorrow. In the meantime, and we'll do fantasy, and I'll have your pick'em ready to go too. Although it's early, maybe I won't do the pick'em. We need to at least get to a little closer to the weekend. Well, no, because we got games Thursday, so I'll do the pick'em. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Last show of the week. Okay? All right. In the meantime, do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. I'll see you guys manana. Bye, everybody. Oh, wow. I had a good week with picks against the spread. 2 pushes. You rarely see a push. Interesting. Well, you'll have to find out tomorrow what it all is, what it all do. Hey, good news though. Denver didn't lose. Another week. Bye week. Hey, much love, Mark. Thank you, sir. Let's go say be safe, be kind, timeout, total Dallas. No. Well, much love, Uriel. And by the way, shout out to my boy FJ for coming out to Hop Scholar show on Saturday. We got to hang out for a really long time. Much love, homie. Appreciate that. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Daddy's making a YouTube video!